Hello there, my name's Card. I'm a long-time progressive community organiser and activist, and today I just want to briefly talk about a reactionary dog whistle that's been around for a while now, as well as what it really means, who's using it, and why. For those who might not know, in politics a dog whistle is a word, a phrase, or a symbol which seems perfectly innocent and innocuous to most people, but which really communicates a more sinister hidden message to those in the know. Additionally, there'll also be a playlist of videos of mine linked at the top of the description, which goes into detail about all sorts of reactionary dog whistles and how to spot them. Today specifically, I wanted to talk about frogs, frog iconography, and a particular cartoon frog named Apu Apustaja specifically, and how this Apu the frog character has become a large part of contemporary reactionary aesthetics, particularly in online spaces. In short, first you need to know that around 2008, users of the image board 4chan discovered the character of Pepe the Frog, a figure from an indie comic called Boys Club, and he became a very popular subject of image macro edits and reaction images on the site. Edits of the Pepe character have remained popular on the site for close to 2 decades now, as have been larger derivative works based off the frog's likeness and this reimagined version of his personality. Pepe remains perhaps the single most recognisable and enduring meme to come from the site. Part of Pepe the Frog's online legacy is how derivative versions of him, drawn primarily by image board users, have gone on to become what are essentially new original characters with their own iconographical meanings. And to this end, one of the characters to have derived from edits of Pepe is this cartoon frog, the aforementioned Apu Apustaja. Apu and 4chan's version of Pepe obviously have a number of things in common. They're both anthropomorphized cartoon frogs and have come to represent aspects of the modern online reactionary mindset. However, there are subtle differences between the two beyond mere visuals, and Apu represents several aspects of thought which Pepe has never been widely associated with. Compared to Pepe, Apu represents a more simplistic and often naive mindset. Whereas Pepe is world-weary, Apu experiences the reactionary grievances of the world afresh, and his disposition is more likely to suggest an undercurrent of anger and hostility than nihilistic despair. But understanding the exact semiotics of the Apu Apustaja meme isn't needed to know that this is ultimately just another tired old 4chan reference. If you see someone invoking this cartoon frog, just be aware that this is what they're signalling and where their beliefs lie. The use of specific frog images waxes and wanes in popularity among the online image board-centric right wing, but frogs in the abstract remain a constant visual signifier in their communities, and this Apu Apustaja is still a common visual representation of their use of frogs. To this day, online reactionaries will use photos of frogs and drawings of frogs and frog emojis as a means to covertly signal their beliefs to one another in art and on social media, displaying these things, as is often the case with mimetic dog whistles, in their usernames or somewhere on their profiles where their presence won't be understood by most people. Pepe in particular may be the most visually recognisable piece of 4chan iconography, but a variation like Apu here, and therefore his specific iconographical associations with reactionary thought, may still easily skate past a lot of people online. To that end, if you happen to see people online, or elsewhere, invoking frog iconography, and especially Apu specifically, seemingly or apropos of nothing, now you might just know the reason why. It's likely something they've picked up from the very reactionary side of the internet, perhaps even without fully appreciating its use by actual avowed neo-Nazis. So, for the sake of keeping yourself and your spaces safe, please just keep it in mind. It's always good to be able to recognise alt-right messaging and signalling like this, so you can spot it, denounce it, explain why it's wrong and bad to others, and remove the people posting this sort of stuff. That's all I have to say today. I hope it helps. Once again, my name's Card. If you might want to hear more from me, especially more about emerging or obscure reactionary dog whistles and how to spot them, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube page, or just take a look at my other videos. Either way, goodbye for now, and stay safe out there.